request of the... You know what? I won't get there quite yet. Hey, welcome to the 2 Decades Too Late podcast gang. I'm not cutting it. You're cutting it. I am Brad hanging out with Josh.
Yeah, taint horse.
Taint horse indeed. No context needed.
Glue.
I'm not even... This is a podcast in which we rate and review an album that is turning 20 years old, mostly metal for whatever it's worth. Josh and I each give a rating of 1 to 5 to 4 different parameters for an individual maximum point total of 20 and a combined maximum point total of 40. And tell the people what we're doing here, Josh.
Buckle up, gang. We got a jam session.
Jam.
Yeah, so today we are going to quickly touch on 4 different albums. If it was supposed to be 5, it's going to be 4, because that's what I listened to.
I remember we pivoted a long time ago just to make the whole making
Squares.
the thumbnail thing easier.
Yeah. Super good call on our parts.
No other reason. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
But for whatever reason, these albums don't have a lot of background or information that we can find, but were maybe sometimes important to us or maybe sometimes important to 2005. We'll see what that case ends up being for each of our artists and albums today.
Indeed. This might as well be welcome into the hope you can find any of these albums, but maybe one podcast, because this was a weird one.
Yeah. You going to be able to add anything to the playlist?
Only Light This City.
Sick.
Yep. I did not think about that part of it until right now. So,
Yeah. Punt.
I did try to keep track of where you can find them, so maybe we can point that out as we kind of go.
Super good.
But unlike normal,
YouTubes.
there's, and even then though,
Yeah.
like you're not getting. Well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But
it's gonna come up.
It is definitely gonna come up. And without further ado, we will get to the metal Corey break thing to get to the review. So normally I have no preference whatsoever on the order in which we do these. The only one I might ask on this one is that we do a Dozen Furies last.
Oh, really?
Only because, I don't know, I'm feeling like leaving on what I am probably sort of somewhat guessing a high note. I don't have any knowledge of that, obviously. We've made that clear in the past. Josh and I do not discuss these before we get on together on
very
the day
difficult
in which we record.
at times.
Very. This one was difficult because I kind of wanted to be like, hey, is this good? Like, I don't know. Should we?
Yeah.
Is there just enough? But it seems like there's enough.
There's
for
enough.
all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. But unless you have an objection to that, I'm not like 100% sold on it.
None whatsoever. Let's save it for last.
Otherwise, what did you want to start our jam session off with this quarter? That's also late, by the way, for 2 quarters in a row, gang. Sorry about that, but
Well, I mean, we just slid. That's all.
yeah,
They're both If they're both the same amount of late, are either of them late?
That's the question.
Yeah.
That's the question.
Rolling quarters. Let's start with the knife trade.
Let's do it. For those of you who don't know, which is all of you probably, the Knife Trade was a band
They were.
for like 3 days or something.
They
I don't really know.
were a band for an approximate amount of time. Yeah. Encyclopedia Metallum has it listed as years active 2003 to question mark.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Which is wild. Also, and we'll get to this when we talk about it, but anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. But this is a split EP
Yes.
with Through the Eyes of the Dead.
Yes.
I, for one, was sick of talking about Through the Eyes of the Dead.
Same.
So, nice. It's almost like we talked about it.
That we did discuss. Yep.
Yeah, that we did. So even though this album technically is a split and does have, I think, 5 songs by each band-ish or roughly something like that,
Yeah.
we're strictly focusing on the Knife Trade. The one thing I would like to point out, which is kind of funny, this might be the best EP or collection of songs by Through the Eyes of the Dead. So
Oh, yeah. Worth
maybe a
noting,
miss
yeah.
on our part now that I realize that fact. I had forgotten it. I still have this physical disc, by the way.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I listened to it in the car.
No problem for you to find the songs.
No, and I still had it like downloaded. I ripped it. I have it uploaded. Can I share that? I have it on a Google Drive.
Yeah, sure.
Can we get in trouble for that?
I doubt it. Who's gonna say anything?
True enough. I don't know. I don't know the logistics on sharing something like that through social media or Instagram, so maybe we can do some research on that, and if I can get this out to everybody. This wasn't the hardest one to find, I think, though. It wasn't easy, but it was. I did try to not just use that format to make sure that folks could get to it. This one wasn't so bad.
There you go.
This EP is called The Annihilation of Expectation.
Super good.
Super good. On the album, we've got No Shit, Ryan Knight.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Same. Fucking no clue.
Yeah.
I have a blurb on here about musicianship and so on and so forth, which we'll talk about a little bit. Because, again, we do try to make these a little quicker. We're just going to review, not give you a whole lot of background or anything. But we got Ryan Knight of Black... No. On almost. This was the worst one we've done from that perspective.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. This one was, man. But we've got Ryan Knight on guitars of Black Dahlia Murder fame. We got Ryan McCullough on guitars. And I don't know why on here it made the point of songwriting on track 1 and performer on track 1. I don't know what that means. Then I've got Nate Lumbra on drums, Joey Stiletto, which is the best name I've ever heard.
Super
I hope.
sick.
Yeah. And then Daniel Schroyer on bass. Also of note, recorded at Pigpen Studios, which is neat.
It is neat.
I don't know what that is, but I like the name of it for a studio.
Same, yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and give us the titles here so people can try to piecemeal this shit together.
Yeah, so at track 1, we have intro. Great way to start off.
Yep.
Track 2, we have The Silent Life. Should have been The Silent Knife. Would have been way cooler. Track 3, Mortification Under Scarlet Skies. Track 4.
That's a sick time.
Yeah, they're on it.
Yeah.
Track 4, Resurrection. And then track 5, Off With Their Heads.
So those are the songs off of The Annihilation of Expectation by the Knife Trade. But we'll just go ahead and kick it off, Josh. What did you think of the artwork on this EP/album?
The album art's super sick, and it's kind of like timeless. That could have come out last week, and it would still be great, still be super sick. I gave it a 5 all day.
That's awesome, as did I. It's incredible. It's like perfectly understated while being very impactful simultaneously. It's awesome.
If I had to take a knock against it, I would not have liked to see the title of the EP down at the bottom. Save that for the spine and move on, but that's being really nitpicky.
I do agree with you. It's the only thing, but like the white on the sides, almost like it's like a different ratio television channel or something, but with the names of the bands is really fucking cool. I think that was whoever did that was brilliant.
Yes,
that's a great idea. All right, sick, and 5 for me too. I mean, it's just super good. Yeah, man, off to a strong start. Knife Trade. I guess not that they get all the credit for that part, probably. Indeed. Yeah. What'd you think about the production then versus now?
So on just about all of these, I'm gonna just I got nothing because we couldn't find their kind of, or for a lot of cases couldn't find the true format. So like you're having to listen to like a YouTube video of a re-recording. Like some of it's pretty okay and tolerable.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
So I'll leave that for later. But it's 20 years old. And it kind of sounds like it. It kind of sounds like an EP from a band that formed in 2003 that's 20 years old at this point. But
yeah,
I gave it a 3. Like, it's definitely not the most offensive production that we've ever had, but it's definitely dated and not, like, label quality production.
Yeah, for sure. I agree wholeheartedly. I also gave it a 3. I will say it is better than most who did an EP back then, or like a demo.
Yeah.
It's actually for a demo / EP. It's in that regard, specifically in that vacuum in 2005, it's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because really, I don't know how many people listening to this really think about it from this perspective, but a lot of the bands we were into from about 2002, 2003 to 05, we were more, or at least I was, I guess I don't want to speak for you, more familiar with a lot of these bands' demos, way more so than any actual, like, label release. Like, I remember when My Children, My Bride had their actual release come out, I was disappointed because I was like, I don't know, I thought the demo sounded better than this. Going back, it doesn't. Exactly, yeah. And it's probably more, it just sounded different than what I was used to, more so than it was worse. But as far as that goes, this is pretty solid. I still landed on a 3. I assure you, even on the disc, it sounds about like what you probably heard.
There you go.
But still a 3.
Hiya.
But impact at the time for you, Josh.
That's gonna be a 1 for me, Chad.
Awesome.
I knew about the EP, but I was probably way more into Through the Eyes of the Dead at the time. I didn't really venture into this one. And then clearly nobody else really did either because they're a band until ?
Yeah.
So like hard to really be that impactful.
Understood. Yeah, for sure. And that's not a question mark like a potential hiatus thing. That's a question mark has been they couldn't find it.
Yeah, like we don't fucking know.
We have no fucking idea when this band stopped. I did go with a 3. I actually like the musicianship on it is really good. I liked it a lot at the time. I mean, there were times where like I just wanted a break from the everyday metalcore that I was constantly ingesting, and this was enough of being there with being different. They had way more of like I don't want to say 3 inches of blood leaning, but like kind of.
His vocals did have some of that. Yeah.
Yeah. And the music isn't like breakdowny. It's got a lot of just metal. Yeah. So like, I'll give it a 3. It wasn't huge, but I mean, I listened to it a lot back then.
Yeah.
I won't be.
How much did you enjoy listening to it today?
I'm gonna give it a 3 when I promise I would have given it a 5 20 years ago. The vocals are gratingly bad. Even at their best, they're still a C-. And it's just it's really hard to get past. And the production on the vocals, I guess I could have called this out earlier, but the production on the vocals is pretty bad too. Like they have him just standing on like a mountaintop above everything else, and given that it's already not the best part, highlighting it that hard is kind of
it's an odd choice.
It's an odd choice to make. But I've got a nostalgic little kind of spot in my heart for this thing. So I almost gave it a 4, but it's realistically it's a 3. I was glad it was over, but appreciative of it as it.
At a 17-minute runtime.
I mean, that's the thing. You can knock it out. It's not like this is going to take up a lot of your time. Actually, there's
this
couple
ain't even
on
my
here.
Whole night.
No.
This ain't even my whole
17
Ryan
minutes. Night. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be weird forever.
Yes, absolutely it is.
Forever. Yeah. What about you?
I gave it a 4 because this was kind of like fresh to me. It's not something I've been listening to for the past 20 years, and it's not something I really listened to 20 years ago. So
Sick.
it was kind of, just a bite off thing that I was like, all right, yeah, let's
It's
get into this.
It's not bad.
No. Like you said, the musician said, the is fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's I if you can find it, or I guess better, it'd be better put to say if you feel like putting in the effort to find it.
It's not that hard. There is at least one YouTube music video upload of the whole split EP.
True. Yeah, so if you can listen to it, give it a shot. It's not going to take up a lot of your day, and you can kind of see maybe into the minds of some folks that weren't just trying to be Kill Switch Razorly Dying clones in 2005. And
for sure.
That's a cool thing for me.
That is a cool thing. Do you have a favorite song?
Oh, God, now I don't know. I'm going to go with Off With Their Heads, actually.
All right. Interesting.
I'm pivoting. I had a different answer, but I actually kind of, if I can find a way to put it on there, I want it to kind of be there. Because it's just interesting. I don't know. I mean, it's not the best song on the album, but I'm kind of leaving that open because I assume I know what you picked. Maybe not. What was your favorite song on the album?
Mortification Under Scarlet Skies is my favorite song on this album. Yeah. We're going to give you all of the singing.
Okay, never mind. I'm switching to Resurrection. That's kind of why I assumed you were picking Resurrection, because I think it's almost objectively the best song on the album, probably.
I'm picking Mortification because I imagine like the process of mortification being like turning somebody into your dog.
Oh, that's amazing. It's the Mutzification.
The Mutzification Under Scarlet Skies.
Damn it.
Yeah.
It's right there. What am I doing? I've probably called him Mortification. I've called him Morticia.
The Mutzification Under Marinara Skies.
All right, I'll work on writing a song.
Sick.
so we can call it that. Okay, sick. Well, those are the favorites that I probably won't be able to add to the playlist, so it's a little less impactful. For those of you new to this, we add the favorite songs to our TDTL Favorites 05 playlist on Spotify. Probably not many of these are going to make it, for better or for worse. But sick. We've got, all right, we got a score of 13 from you, Josh, and a 14 from me for a 27. That's actually higher than I was anticipating.
That's higher than I anticipated, and we are more aligned than I expected.
Same. Yeah, I don't know I actually have no idea what my expectation for this was, as I don't know if I would add an expectation for anyone for this.
Yeah.
Half a split EP that no one heard 20 years ago.
Ties Trivium.
Man. You know what? Yeah, sure.
It's my new bellwether.
I get it. I'm not even mad about it. Now that's just what I'm going to go to anyway when I'm questioning it.
Yeah.
All right. Sick. Knife trade in the bag. Josh, what's up next?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
How about Light This City?
All right. Sounds good.
All right, the 2005 album from Light This City, Remains of the Gods.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. I got to tell you, the longer I'm sitting in this normally comfortable chair, boy, does my taint hurt.
Sea taint horse.
Yeah, and I just need you all to know that my taint hurts.
That's important information.
It is.
I'd rate that a 5 out of 10. Out of 5.
Out of 5?
Yeah.
My taint pain is a 5 out of 5 right now. Anyway.
It's got a frown face.
Yep. All right, yeah. Light This City. I dig Light This City. I always have. They're kind of one of those.
I always mixed it up with Light the Torch. So I would turn it on, and I was super surprised that it was not Howard Jones.
Couldn't be further from it.
No.
Well,
she is not a black male.
Nope, she is not. But you know who her name is? Laura Nickel on vocals, a fucking legend in our scene, because she was one of maybe 3 women to really, it was like her,
Arch
we got
Enemy.
Walls of Jericho, an Arch Enemy, yeah. I don't even know if I would put that in our purview, though. They were almost too big even at the time. But in our little, microcosm, the little universe that we had going on, she crushes it. I love her vocals. I think it would be easy not to. She's got a very specific way that she does it. But for me, I've always loved it. But we've got, we don't need to go to the tracks on this. You can find this one. This one will have favorites on the playlist. So with that in mind, we got Mike Dias on bass and Ben Murray on drums and guitar, which is obnoxious.
Same with Mike Dias, according to Wiki. Oh no, it just says bass guitar. There's there's not a comma there.
They had to call out that it was a bass guitar rather than a stand-up bass.
Yep.
Yep. Or an actual fish.
Let's eat grandma. Let's eat grandma. Commas.
Yeah. So, what did you think of the album art on Remains of the Gods by Light This City?
Boy, I had it at a 4, but I might want to bump that up to a 5. If there's anything I don't like, it's kind of just their band logo with whatever they did on the top left with the L. But the album artwork is sick as fuck, and then the way the logo stacks with the album title, super good. It's all really well placed. But yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it at a 4 just because of their logo.
I will read this to you. Honestly, it is the band logo that drops it for me. Otherwise, this would be a 5, but instead it is a 4. So same. I completely agree. It's very satisfying how perfectly spaced the logo to the album title is. I love that. That scratches a very deep itch for me. And the album, I like the color palette too. It's unusual.
It is, but
especially at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did everything right, just so too early. Like, everyone at this time was coming out with album logo or album covers with like bright purples and weird geometric shapes that turn into a wolf's face or something, like all that or A Day to Remember and all that shit. And then here's this fucking melodic death metal band just keeping it like right between the navigational beacons in such a super sick way. And they got nowhere. They just got absolutely nowhere.
Yep.
It's a shame. Okay, well, anticlimactic there so far. What about the production?
I thought the production was actually really good. Like, I really liked the sound of it. I gave it a 4. Maybe they could have done a little bit better job on her vocals. But I actually listened to the 2018 album, and it sounds almost identical. Like, they didn't get 13 years better, well, because they weren't going for the whole 13 years in between the two albums. But I thought it sounded like really pretty good, so I gave it a 4.
Totally agree. Also landed on a 4.
Hot damn.
A little bit. Yeah. I will say the production's a little abrasive. It's almost like it's a little too boosted. Like, they could have maybe, like, sometimes the snare drum, when it does like a blast beat, is loud.
Yeah.
But I mean, for fucking 2005, this sounds incredible.
Yeah.
Impact at the time, this one makes me kind of sad. And I'll explain why, but
I'm gonna have to go with a 1 also, because like, I was not into the female vocals in 2005. And as you mentioned, there was like 3 people doing it, and I didn't care for any of it at the time.
It's fair.
I've grown out of that, but like, this was not a vocal style that I was into. So
that's fair.
So I kind of avoided it. Like, I knew it was there. And like I said, I got it mixed up with, Light the Torch a lot. So, and it never was. It never was. Anytime I listened to it, it was never Light the Torch.
No, especially because I don't think Light the Torch started up until like 2020.
Yeah, it was old.
Or 2018 or something. After. Great band though. Yeah, this sucks because I got Facing the Thousand in 2006. I got it the year it came out, and it blew my mind. And I started writing a lot more tremolo stuff and a lot more. I mean, this really, if we make it to next year and can talk about Facing the Thousand, spoiler alert, that's going to be a 4 or a 5 for Impact at the time because it blew my mind. So I'm very sad, but I land with you on a 1. We are lockstep because at this point I had not even heard of this band, but don't worry. Hopefully we'll still be doing this in a year and I'll be able to give you guys some more love.
That's nice.
But yeah, how much did you enjoy listening to it today?
It was a straight 5 for me. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it's really good. Like it's
really, really good.
It stands up in almost every way still. I mean, it's just... I can't believe this came out in 2005 with probably like $25 for a production budget. Like, I don't know how they did this, but they crushed it. I'm with you. It's a 5. This is a really, really good fucking melodic death metal album. If you're into that, I see no reason not to go check this thing out. And this band in general, really. Anyway, to that end... we're going to pick our favorites as we are wont to do. What is your favorite song on the album, Josh?
I'm going to go with A Guardian and a Passerby.
Hell yeah. And I have to pay attention to it in this one because I can actually add them. I'm genuinely not thinking I'm going to be able to do that for any other album that we're talking about today. All right, sick. We've got A Guardian in a Passerby for Josh, and I'm going to go with The Static Masses for me. That is some fucking more metal than your Ma's Kettle shit right there. Yeah. It is so sick. So we've got a 14 and a 14.
Yeah.
For a 28.
Yep. Edging out the knife trade just barely.
Yeah, that Impact is brutal. This thing is better than a 28.
Yeah, it is.
It is. All right, Josh. What are we going to do next after Light This City? Remains of the Gods.
Oh,
it's a sick title.
It is a sick title. Man, they just crushed it. But up next, let's dive into Beneath the Massacre, the album Evidence of Iniquity.
Yeah. I didn't expect this one to be hard to find.
I didn't either, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, I thought I thought it was just out there. But
same.
Yeah.
And I remember it. Like, I listened to this at the time. Like, the opening riff, like, I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. No. But turns out the only way I could find it was one singular track on YouTube Music.
Interesting.
There is an album page for this on Spotify with no tracks on it.
Great. Super
Which I don't
helpful.
know. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. I guess I didn't check Amazon Music, but yeah, this one was tough. I didn't find it on like a Bandcamp. Actually, I'm not even sure that they have one of those.
Probably not.
Which makes sense. These dudes are no joke. They're not fucking around.
They don't need
not that anyone is fucking around with a Bandcamp. I did not. That sounded like an insult in a strange way, like I would be doing that. But
let it be known to
like
everybody, Brad. You heard it here first, folks. If you're on Bandcamp, what are you even doing? Brad
I am on
hates
Bandcamp. I have like a full-length album on Bandcamp, 2 demos, and an EP for Gates to the Abyss. So I would be such a fucking asshole to have that opinion. Yep.
On Bandcamp. Yep.
Actually, you know what? That is true. I do. So
Put
I will
a trumpet
play it to the
in
rest
your
of you
ass.
as well.
Bandcamp.
Oh man. Yeah. So I don't know. That really devolved for a very strange reason. Yeah. Good job. Good job on you. Yeah, Beneath the Massacre is on this album. And I'm gonna butcher this because it's that whole Quebec French Canadian situation.
Yeah.
But Elliot Desaunay on vocal. Christopher Bradley on guitar. Well, that was relatively straightforward. Dennis Bradley on bass. Interesting. I did not notice that until now.
Yep.
Justin Rotisserie Chicken on drums.
Yeah.
Or Roussel. Christian Pepin on guitar. They are a fucking force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely.
These motherfuckers.
Yeah. Just from this point forward, you're just getting hit by trains.
Yes. Over and over.
Yeah.
Turn on their discography, you'll be pummeled half to death for however long that takes, and I promise it won't take very long.
17 minutes on this one. As long as half of the EP with the knife trade. And
interestingly enough, it's like almost exactly the same. The knife trade section of that EP is 17 minutes and 13 seconds, and this is 17 minutes and 3 seconds. So,
damn.
I don't know what to do
They
with
got
that
it in
information,
there.
but they did. It's a lot of music in 17 minutes.
Jesus, yes.
Yeah. I guess I could talk about these dudes for a long time. I hope we make it to 2007 for this one.
Same.
Well, I guess for 2027 rather, because these dudes deserve a lot of love.
Very short album. Well, I guess it's technically an EP. 5 tracks. Track 1, Comforting Prejudice. Track 2, Profitable Kill Count. Track 3, Totalitarian Hypnosis. Track 4, Regurgitated Lullaby for the Born Dead. And track 5, Nevermore. Quoth
I don't
the
know
Raven.
what... Indeed. I don't know what Regurgitated Lullaby for the Born Dead means, but it's the coolest fucking song title I've ever seen.
It's as you might pick up, they don't have a particular fondness for geopolitical states.
No, they do not. It's almost like they're from Quebec.
Yeah, almost.
And have a lot of reasons to have opinions on such things. But okay, we will get into it. We really didn't touch base. Never mind. Yeah, we did. I'm sorry. I was going to say we didn't really talk about genre, but I said melodic death metal roughly 72 times about 10 minutes ago. So that's not true. What'd you think of the album artwork on this album?
Unfortunately,
EP.
I've got to give it like a 2. It's just not very good. Like, there's 2 images that don't have a whole lot to do with each other, in my opinion. And then they did the scratchy text for their logo and the album title, and it's just kind of up there. And there's some gears. Because you need gears if you're going to talk about politics. Machinations, we're led to believe, are happening in the background.
Indeed.
So not very fond. I gave it a 2. How about you?
Well, I gave it a 2.
Fuck yes.
It looked like someone cut out 2 pages from a National Geographic or something, laid them on a scanner on an old printer and scanned them in, and then that was it. I do love their logo. I don't like the scratchiness, but just to be clear, the only reason I didn't give it a 1 is because I do like their logo, and I've seen it not scratchy trick. So
sick.
Yeah, it's I do dig it. But that's the only thing that got it outside of a 1. So 2 for me as well for the same reasons. It's pretty bad.
It is pretty bad. To give you the full description, we've got on the left side, there's a warehouse that appears to be filled with bombs, warheads of a sort.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the right, we've got what appears to be a doll's face or maybe a Harlequin type mask expression. Yeah, within that, there is the peaceful mother statue kind of reflected in that. And then even deeper, there is something reflected in the eyeball of this Harlequin mask that I can't quite make out. It appears to be maybe another woman.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I can't.
It's pretty, but I couldn't come up with anything. So the fact that you even had an idea. It's not
pretty
good.
bad.
Yeah,
But
it's pretty bad.
what did you think about the production at the time?
4.
Really?
Yeah, I almost gave it a 5.
What?
I think it's incredible for special. Like, honestly, it's a little muddy depending on where you find it. But everything comes through. Everything is leveled well. I don't know who did this. Yannick Saint Amand.
Yep, mastered by Alan Duchess.
Nice.
Yeah, that guy who does everything incredible.
I don't know. Maybe this is just me really, really being just super into Beneath the Massacre and me being biased, but I landed on a 4. How about you?
I gave it a 3. Maybe I heard, there's a good possibility that I heard something different than you did, but
yeah,
I gave it a 3. I would have given it a 4 for all the reasons you mentioned, except like whatever I listened to, the bass sounded terrible. The bass sounded like and that's all I heard. Like occasionally you would hear like a bit of the bass guitar with that
like when it would shine for little moments, like the
just maybe
pokes out. Yeah, that's fair.
Like I expect the bass to be doing a lot, and I expect it to have that kind of like not necessarily full on obscura tone to it with the but it was just like
I hope you all listen to this, because weirdly that's very dead on accurate at times.
Yeah.
When it sticks out, when I listened to it, I heard 2 different bass tones. It sounded like he was kind of doing something different when he was just following along, but you're not wrong at all. When they would have the little standout, I'm assuming like finger tapping moments and stuff. Yeah. It's that noise. Yeah. It is. Yep. You nailed it. So that's fair. Yeah. Impact for you at the time. I'm interested on this. I was super into them, but I was into this whole gross like subcategory of what was going on at the time anyway, but I don't know if I remember if you were.
It's got to be a 1 for me, because I don't even think I got to them until maybe 2007, 2008 time frame.
Okay.
Like I definitely got Dystopia. I may have gotten Mechanics of Dysfunction, but definitely not this, and definitely not in 2005. So super 1 for fair. Me.
I landed on a 3. I loved this whole subgenre that was going on back then. I miss it dearly. I'm glad it's kind of making a comeback. But no, I had this. I don't, unfortunately, have the physical version of this. I looked everywhere because I was really hoping, because I wanted to make sure, but no dice. But I did at one time. I did in 2005 have this physical album. I listened to it a lot.
Sick.
Yeah, and they were just better at it than everybody else.
They were, are, and will forever be, I imagine.
I have no reason. Do you ever see them live, by the way?
No.
Ryan Neff and I saw them with Black Dahlia Murder in 07 at
Jesus.
Not the Basement in Columbus, but what was the maybe actually it may have been the Basement, which is not a venue anymore, which is very sad. But I mean, I was like 5 feet from Trevor Strnad at that show. They were playing Miasma, I believe, still.
Sick.
No, it wouldn't have been 07, though. It would have been 06 or 05. Because they were touring on Miasma. So, yeah, this was probably this album being toured on. So, yeah, it would have been 05 now I think about it. But anyway, awesome show. This dude is the biggest motherfucker. He's terrifying.
I could see that.
He's got a giant beard. He's like 6'2", 260 pounds of pure I do nothing but cut wood in the forest.
Of Canada,
Yeah, it was the scariest man I think I had ever seen in my life up until that point. Oh my God,
he's massive.
He's fucking huge. He's like he's literally like a grizzly bear, just slightly evolved. Guy is scary.
He underwent with hernia surgery during the summer of 2005.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that was an insane show. Insane show. Okay. Anyway, what were we talking about? Impact at the time. Actually, you know what? That further cements my not being... I thought I might be giving it too much of a score at 3, but figuring I was even going to see them.
Yeah.
All right, Josh. How much did you enjoy listening to Evidence of Inequity by Beneath the Massacre?
I gave it a 4. It's great.
Fair enough.
Like I like their newer stuff a lot. I like their older stuff. I had never heard this, I don't think, so it was cool to like pop it in and see kind of the roots of where they came from. At 17 minutes, like you can blast through it, but
Yeah, what's the
you
problem?
can blast beat all the way through it, like the drummer does.
Yes, he does.
It sounded due to the production and the difficulty of finding it and listening to it from a quality source, like it does detract a little bit from the enjoyment, so I didn't give it a 5.
It does.
But yeah, it's a 4 all day.
Yeah, same. I gave it a 4 for pretty much, honestly, just simply because it was so difficult to find.
Yes.
I'm like, that, I shouldn't have this hard of a time in 2025 finding a way to listen to almost anything.
Right.
So
yeah,
the fact that this was so buried beneath everything else was kind
Massacre.
of strange. Not on purpose. All right. Well, sick. What was your favorite song on this here thing?
Totalitarian hypnosis.
I'm glad you at least kind of screwed it up once.
Yep.
Makes me feel a little better.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's a tricky bitch.
Yeah. Oh, Edward James Elmo's cheeks. All right, sick. For me, I was torn, but you know what? I'm gonna go with Comforting Prejudice because I think I won't be able to add it. But
Yeah, I know.
if you check it out, it's a really cool way to be like, oh, this is what it's like to be musically kicked right in your nose.
Yes. Or
right
taint.
off rip from an album. Yes. Or in my case,
Nose taint.
man, my taint hurts.
5 out of 5 still?
Still, if anything, we're going to have to adjust the scale because it's not getting any better. All right, so we got a 10 for Josh and a 13 for me for a 23. I want to say in theory it deserves higher than that, but just from the simple fact that it is a bitch to find,
Yeah.
that's actually kind of a fair score. In lieu of this, listen to everything else they did because everything else is very easy to find.
Yeah.
And you'll get the idea. All right, sick. Josh,
Yes.
what do we have up next?
Last but not least.
At this point, why? But yeah.
Yeah. A Concept from Fire by the band A Dozen Furies.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
They really do. They do it bigger down in Texas, don't they?
Best part of waking up is Bulgers in your cup. Yeah, they're from Dallas, Texas.
Yep. And they won Battle for Ozfest in 2004 on MTV.
They did. That is how we know them. They won that shit, that what are those called? Reality TV show. And then we bought our tickets to Ozfest. Probably not because of that. But then we saw them at Ozfest.
It was sick.
It was
They crushed it.
They did crush it. The drummer set up sideways. He was facing stage right for some reason.
First time I ever saw that, not the last time I ever saw it.
All right.
Actually, kind of ended up being a trend there for a minute.
Okay.
I don't know if it was like a stage fright thing, but hey, whatever.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of a cool view to watch a drummer play from, if I'm being honest. You can really see what's going on. I feel like in a strange way we can probably make this one a little quicker because so this one is not easy to find either. This is actually strangely difficult to find.
Yes.
But on their Bandcamp, it is a name your price download.
Oh, fantastic.
So a dozen Furies made $10 off me this morning. You don't have to give them $10. You can give them, I think the minimum is $1. But pay whatever you want to pay. You can download this. I recommend doing so.
Every one of those 100 pennies.
Yes, it's man, it's so good. This has never left my rotation. I already had it, but when I saw I could give them some money, I gave them $10. I don't know what they can do with it, if anything. But
each band member gets like 27 cents, and the label gets the rest.
Probably. Yeah, probably. But let's get into it.
I do want to say before we get into it, if you're on Bandcamp, fuck you, is Brad's feeling. Those are Brad's words,
that is
not
true.
Mine.
Yeah, you blame that on me. That is my fault, because I really hate you to fucking death if you have a Bandcamp.
Yep. It's
Which
personal.
is pretty much every band.
It's personal.
No, I have a vendetta against you.
Value judgment. Not the platform, not the website, just you. Fuck you.
You as a person.
Okay. What'd you think of the album art?
5 all day. It's so fucking good. I love everything about it. I don't know if I realized this, but this is what I've been chasing as a background on my phone for like 20 years. This is always I always have like a solar system spacey background on my phone for some reason. And this might be why, and maybe I didn't realize it at the time, but I love this thing. What about you?
I also gave it a 5. It's fantastic. I love everything about it. The image, the color palette, it's great. The placement of the band, the name of the album, like it crushes it all the way down.
All right, Josh, what about the production then versus now?
Boy, I struggled with this one. I think I gave it a 3. Like it's starting to sound really aged, and even back in 2005, like when you get to track 4, Push Away, like you can tell his vocals were starting to like give out. That was probably one of the we've talked about it in the past. Like that's probably just one of the last ones recorded.
For sure.
He didn't really have it anymore. But I mean, it's not offensive in any way, but it's starting to show its age. The music all sounds great, but there are definitely some problems with the production here and there. So, and even in 2005 there were. So like that would have started it as a 4, and then now you can kind of just knock it down to a 3, in my opinion.
That's fair. No, that's super fair. I've actually grown to really love the fact that his vocals go out on that track. I actually I don't want it to not be there over time. I gave it a 5. I love the production on this. I think it stands up still. They didn't fall into that trap of too much high end either. The bass tone on this is humongous as hell. The drums sound incredible. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I get what you mean, but I don't. Maybe it's just that I've listened to it the whole time, but I still don't even think it sounds old. Like I'm just like, yep.
Damn.
That's what you get when you win a reality TV show and can probably spend thousands of dollars on your production.
Yeah.
No, I'm all in on this thing.
On a 5?
I love it.
All right.
Yeah. Super 5. Yeah, and like straight up, I don't want his vocals to be good there. I had a problem with it in 05. I don't now. Now I'm like, yep, that's what goes there. That.
Okay.
So I don't know. This is subjective. I'm just going to be honest. Nothing you said was even remotely wrong. I went into this one with a bit of a. I knew where I was going.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, impact at the time?
I gave it a 4.
All right.
It was always on rotation, and it was super sick. And it was a big part of our 2004, 2005 because it was on TV. And we're like, what? Ozfest on TV, metal, sick. What did you give the impact at the time? Did you give it a...
Oh, it's a 5. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And we can move on.
Yeah.
There's no further explanation needed.
How much did you enjoy listening to it today?
Oh, it's just such a 5.
Yeah.
That might be the most robust 5 I've given. Yep. Oh, yeah, just to be completely transparent with you all, this was getting a 20. No matter how much mental gymnastics I had to do to get there, it was happening.
There you go.
Josh, everything you said about the production is accurate and right.
Yes.
Just so you know, I need to know that I agree with you, and I'm giving it a 5 for everything. Anyway.
Totally fine. So
Yep.
whatever scale we're sliding, the taint pain scale, A Dozen Furies is going right along with it.
Absolutely. My taint and this album are one and the same. That's what I hear. I've said taint more in this podcast episode than in my lifetime put together, I do believe.
Taint wrong about that.
Taint.
Dumb.
Yep. How much did you enjoy listening to this album today?
I gave it a 4.
Fair.
20 years later, the rose-colored glasses are starting to slip down the old nose of Ruski here.
Fair.
I've always thought it was a little long. I mean, it's not. It's only 42 minutes long, but it's starting to feel longer and longer as the decades go by. It's not bad.
It is.
Like, all the singing's still there. I still sing along, and I'm like, okay, but we could probably wrap this up.
Yeah, I can't even argue that point despite me giving it a 5. It is a little too long. And I will say that the strength of each individual track can vary a decent amount.
Yes.
Like where some of these songs are basically flawless from start to finish, and then some are definitely not. So I do need everyone to know that if I was being more objective, that would also, honestly, I probably would have mirrored your rating exactly, other than impact at the time. This thing was no joke for me in 2005. But let's just say Josh's 16 probably a little closer to accurate than my 20. But as soon as we put this up. Yep. As soon as we put this on the list, I knew I was giving it a 20. I did not even take notes or put anything down. It's a big blank screen next to the thing.
And if you don't like it, you can start your own podcast or get a band camp.
Yep. Absolutely. And I'll hate you, apparently.
Yep. His own
All right.
words.
Sick. 36 total. Man, I hope the sarcasm is heard in all this, because I feel like that
it's starting to slip.
Problematic. Yeah.
Turning into real.
30...
I'm gaslighting you into believing.
Yeah. Yep. 36 for A Concept from Fire by A Dozen Furies. What is your favorite song on that album, Josh?
It's varied throughout the years, but on this particular day, I went with Awake and Lifeless.
Okay.
You only open up your eyes enough to show you care now. What about you?
Oh, man. Well, it was either that or The Cycle at track 7.
The Cycle's a really good one. They're all really good.
All right. I will not be adding these to our playlist. This album is super not on Spotify. It actually, if you try to find it, it like gives blocked out like things, and it gets weird. But check these out, especially this one. I actually almost especially like The City.
Yeah,
they're like that
really.
sleeper fucking band. Like, I don't.
Wiki says they're still a band. I mean, they did have a 2018 release. God, that was more years ago than I meant for it to be.
I am now having that hit me as well.
Yeah.
So, getting pretty close. That doesn't matter.
Nope. The City. Check them out. A Dozen Furies.
Check 'em out.
Try A Dozen Furries. You might be into that too. Don't get them mixed up. You'll get wildly different results.
Listen to A Dozen Furies while you're hanging out with A Dozen Furies. I don't see how that would be bad.
A Dozen
like
Furries.
Yeah.
The Knife Trade. Beneath the Massacre. Check them all out. We'll do what we can with the Spotify playlist for sure.
Who knows?
Yeah, I guess with that, he's been Brad, I've been Josh, and we've been 2 decades too late.